Hi, I am T.Meena. My project is based on a cluster mechanism for multiple spoofing attackers in wireless sensor network. And my main objective is to find the hackers in the wireless LAN. First of all, what do you mean by wireless LAN? It is an ability to move a cell towards a network devices which is used in the internet, which is not available in the wireless LAN. And wireless LAN is prone to large number of security threats, and my main objective is to find the spoofing attackers in the wireless sensor networks. First of all, what do you mean by spoofing attackers? The internet protocol spoofing is a technique which is used to gain the unauthorized access towards the computer, and this access make use of the attackers to put on internal trusted or else IP address as its source. They access the control devices seized in the internet protocol address as trusted as lengths go on, and they make use of the spoofing. The hackers make use of in and outside of the network impersonates the conversations of trusted users. They gain an unauthorized access towards the computers, and my main objective is to detect the spoofing attackers as well as to determine the number of attackers when multiple adversaries masquerading as a same node identity, and also to localize the multiple adversaries. And I have made use of received signal strength to inherit from the wireless node to detect the spoofing attackers. By detecting this, we determine the number of attackers with multiple adversaries masquerading as the same node identity, as well as of detecting the spoofing attackers, as well as of localizing the multiple adversaries. By doing this, we gain an advantage is based on cluster mechanism to develop the number of attackers is to be determined, as well as the high quality of localizing multiple adversaries, as well as we can able to gain a high rate and precision when determining the number of attackers. And this is my structured diagram of making use of an identification of spoofing attackers. First, let's consider the mobile nodes. Based on the mobile nodes, the data transmission takes place, and during the data transmission there may be a sort of man-middle attack. And man-middle attack is nothing but an hackers by making and particular data communication has to be hacked, and based on that we are providing and spoofing attackers control to determine what are the hackers have done what are the hackers have done. And by making use of identity in support vector mechanism, that is a support vector machine. Based on that we are finding the feasible path selection, and based on this discrimination we have correlated with the received signal strength that is inherited from the wireless nodes to detect the spoofing attackers. And by means of support vector mechanism method also further improve the accuracy of determining the number of attackers. And in addition, we can develop an integrated detection and localization system that can localize the position of multiple attackers, and they are made use of spatial information for each and every node as a physical property associated with each node. That is, we can able to find the how to falsify and not reliant on cryptography, and based on detecting spoofing attackers, and number of attackers can also be determined by multiple adversaries masquerading as the same node identity. And I have taken a modules of deploy wireless network, data communication, man and middle attack, finding feasible path, support vector mechanism, as well as I have done the sort of performance analysis. First of all, deployment wireless network. Wireless network or the network that is composed of large number of wireless devices having sensing, processing, communication and the movement capabilities. In this model, we take two basic communication modes. One is data communication. This communication is said to be a collection and aggregation process. Based on this, we have made use of mobile sensor nodes randomly to move the data transmission processing, as well as we find the sensor node to update the neighbor information. Man and middle attack. That is, we have gathered the received signal strength from the single station, and based on that we have identified the spoofing attackers and the victim. That attackers are used for the same ID to transmit the data packets, and the RSS reading of the ID is a mixture of reading measures of each and every individual nodes. This RSS based spatial correlation to find out the distance in single space and further detect the presence of spoofing attackers in physical space. And finding the feasible path, that is an attack computation, converting the largest data set into the medium format for the computation purpose. And in the medium, the row consists of HTTP request on the columns, and based on that, what the particular user had made, and this RSS stream of node identity may be mixed with the RSS reading of both original node as well as the spoofing nodes from the different physical locations. And finally, SVM. SVM is nothing but a support vector machine. This support vector machine is used to improve the accuracy of determining the number of attackers. In addition, we can able to develop the integrated detection as well as localization systems that can use to perform the position of the multiple attackers. And my performance analysis is, I have reduced the average end-to-end delay as well as the radio network performances has been improved consecutively. And here shown green circle, which is identified where the attacking has takes place on the wireless sensor networks during the data transmission, and from the source to the destination we can able to identify where the attackers has been takes place, and based on that we can able to detect this particular attackers, and we can able to send the data transmission effectively without any use of making use of this without by making use of this spoofing attack. And by making use of this I have obtained an end-to-end delay statistics. Based on the statistics, I have achieved a high efficient dimension of my proposed analysis. And gradually the packet delivery of the packet range has been increased up to 10 power 3 power. And my conclusion is that I have made use of RSS, that is the zero signal strength based spatial correlation, as a physical property associated with wireless sensor network devices, and also I have provided a theoretical analysis of spatial correlation of RSS inherited from the wireless node for the attack detection. And I have detected the hackers by making use of these technologies, and I have done some sorts of spoofing advantages. And by making use of this we can able to send our data efficiently and also effectively without any traffic or any correlation. This is all about my project. Thank you.